Let's bring them out for you for Panthers Live this edition. Let's welcome number 43, Baldy Mike Weaver. Number 51, Brian Campbell. And goaltender number 60, Joseph Theodore. They're all yours, Bill.
We'll get some questions. Well, three of the biggest mainstays here on our hockey club are here to join us tonight, and glad to have you out, guys. Mike, how'd it go? How'd the hair shaving go?
It went fine. Fine. It was.
You like the new look?
Yeah, it's gonna be like I was saying before. I'm gonna have to adjust my helmet. Have to get a little tighter now, but yeah, it was fun. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed it.
So good. You guys after the All-Star break now, 5-2. The hockey team changed out. There were some bumps in the road there before the break. How much did the break help you guys in general as a hockey team? I mean, you went to the All-Star game, Brian. Maybe you can touch on the All-Star game and what's happened with this team since then.
Yeah, it was for me. Obviously, heading to Ottawa was a good experience and enjoyed it. You know, I didn't get. I wasn't on any beach like some of these guys, which was really nice. So I didn't get much vitamin D, but it was good. So you know, a good time and get to know more players around the league. And you know, now I think out of the break, we're finally. I think before the break, even some games where we didn't play as well as we expected or thought, our game was coming around and getting to playing the way we were playing more at the start of the season and not, you know, as much east-west hockey at more north-south. So it's been coming, it's been better, and you know, it's looking forward to the stretch.
Yeah, you played your junior hockey in Ottawa too, correct?
Yeah.
So that must have been nice going back to the All-Star game in Ottawa.
4 years there, so went and, to my old junior team there, saw them, and you know, it's just it was good to be back in the city and see some of the watering holes again.
Always nice. Jose here with our goaltender. I had a chance to play with Jose Theodore in Montreal and long time ago, yeah. But one of the greatest, he had one of the greatest goaltending years in hockey history. Won the Vezina Trophy, which is the top goaltender, the MVP in the same season, and has continued ever since. And we're very, very, very fortunate to have him on our team. Back from injury, how's the knee feeling? Everything's good?
Feels pretty good. Yeah, I was happy. You know, it's always hard to watch your teammate plays and you know pay the price, and you're on the sideline. You're not really doing much, and it was tough and long, but. You know, I didn't want to rush it. There's so many important games left. I wanted to make sure I felt good, and yesterday it was good to get back. And you know, just felt a little rusty, but it was good to get back. We got a big win, and I'm happy to be feeling good.
Yeah, very good game. 26 and 27 saves for Theodore yesterday in Long Island. So quite a tandem between him and Clemens, and our goaltending has been phenomenal all season. Campbell, Weaver, goes under the radar. These guys are here for you tonight, so they've been here for a while, so we're going to open it up right away to you guys.
I wanted to say thank you very much on behalf of my daughter. She's a cancer survivor. She was 9 years old when she came down with medulloblastic brain tumor. She's 22 now. And part of her treatment arm was very harsh on her and left her with hair loss forever. Basically, and ever since Sean last year shaved his head, before that she would always wear wigs, and we got her weaves all the time. And you know, your outpouring of your heart of having your head shaved goes deeper than providing you know, the cancer research and stuff like that. It's caused her, ever since Sean shaved his head, she's free to go out in public, and she wears a hat, but we don't have to worry about the wigs anymore. We don't have to worry about the weaves anymore. And I just want to express to you, as a parent of a cancer survivor, how much it means. And thank you very much.
What can you say to that? It's a great cause, St. Baldrick's Foundation, for being out here. They're really, really doing a lot of work for them. I think they deserve another round of applause while we're at it. Yeah. Anybody else who wants questions to these guys, let me know. We'll bring the microphone over there.
For Jose, as a goalie, do you do anything special to prepare for a game?
Well, special. We'll have our routine. For me, the only thing maybe I do different than the other guys is I like to. I got a couple of tennis balls that I just throw on the wall to kind of work on my reflexes before to get me ready. Through the years, I've did a lot of different things. In Montreal, I used to have Mike Ribeiro dressed as a goalie, and I would shoot on him all the time, things like that. So we to have different things with Stefan Robida before that. I think you remember that. We used to play lacrosse, just warming up. Now the guys are playing soccer, so I really don't do anything different. It's just, I try to get your body going by doing sort of a workout.
One of the things we see regularly before the games is the opposing teams, because it's over by our production area, playing soccer, and they always knock ceiling tiles out of the arena, and we have our crew has to go back replacing ceiling tiles before every game starts after those guys are done with that. Seems like a regular thing. Soccer, do you guys do a lot of that too, and how does that, is it obvious how that helps out in hockey, Brian?
Well, I play a little bit before and then go warm up, but it helps. I'm sure it's just kind of getting ready, kind of having some fun, relaxing before the game. And the reason why the ceiling tiles are out is because there's bad players in the game. And these two guys don't play, but I like to vote Sean Mathias as the worst soccer player.
So I guess it's safe to say Brian Campbell's never knocked the ceiling tile out.
Never.
All right. Anybody else? Who's got a question and who's it for? Just raise your hand. We'll bring the mic to you. Don't be shy.
My brother Matt in Texas wants to know what your personal favorite thing about South Florida.
Wow. Well, being outside right now is pretty special, obviously. I think everybody would agree on that. To me, it's I've been impressed with the building this year. To be honest with you, I feel the crowds have been great all season. I think over the years, people always, even back in Chicago or back home in Canada where I'm from, always asking how are the crowds, and I've been very impressed with them, and we need to, obviously as players in an organization, give these people something to cheer about and an exciting team. So I think we're trying to do that. We're trying to build it up, and personally I feel like there's a lot of people that have a lot of knowledge about the game, and I've been very impressed with the community as it pertains to hockey.
Is the real story that your friend from Texas wishes that Brian was a Dallas Star? Is that what's going on? That's probably where he was going with that. Probably jealous that he's on our team down here in Florida.
Anyone else?
Hey Brian, this one's for you. I got actually two questions. One, who's the first person to ever call you Soupy? And the second one, I'm actually from Chicago and here, so I've always been a Blackhawks and Panthers fan. What do you see similarities between the Blackhawks team that went to the Stanley Cup and then this team right now that's hoping to get to the Stanley Cup? We will.
Yeah, Soupy is just from day one when I turned pro, I've been called that. I was never called that in junior. They all called me Rusty in junior, so I like that name, but I don't know, I guess anybody with the last name Campbell, it goes pretty quick. So there's a lot worse out there that you could be called, and I'm glad I'm not. I'm glad that I'll stick with this one. So similarities. I feel like when I got to Chicago, the team didn't know what you had to do to win hockey games and to be successful. And I think the attitude in the locker room was, in the years past, was we're happy to finish 9th place or 10th place and 11th, whatever it may be. It's and I feel like with the new guys and that have come in, and plus the guys that were here last year, they really want to win. They just, sometimes you have to kind of learn again how to win if you've been beaten down so much. So now it's not acceptable. It's we can't have this happening, and our goal is to make the playoffs. Our goal is to get a great seed and to keep climbing up the standings. So I feel like in Chicago it was like that at the beginning. It was just like nobody kind of knew what. There was no mentality of that in the locker room. And our goal is to win the Stanley Cup. And first we have to get to the playoffs, and that's kind of the smaller step of a goal. And then obviously you want to get there. So I feel with Dale, what he's done, he's doing some great things, and there's a lot of young guys coming, and we have the team this year that can do some damage and see what happens once you get into the playoffs. Anything can go, as there's been teams in the past that have done it. So it's going to be fun.
All right, we got one over here.
This one's for Theo. Have you ever been in a goalie fight?
Good question.
It's a good question. I wanted a couple times, and for whatever reason, either the guys didn't want to go or my teammates jumped in front of him to protect me. I guess they didn't really have confidence that I could fight. So usually when the referee's right in between me and the other guy, that's when I want to fight. You know, he's right there in case something goes wrong. But a real fight, no. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Goalies have gotten big.
Yeah, a little too
James,
big.
That's
right.
There's some big ones out there now. What's Pekka Rinne, 6'6" or something? So
Okay, Mark can get into fights.
Jacob Markstrom, that's some big goaltenders. You got one back there, Murph?
Yep, go ahead.
Is it annoying for you guys when you hear the fans of the other team cheer louder than our own fans sometimes?
Come on, Dreamweaver.
Honest answer.
Well, obviously you got certain games like the Montreal game. You know, there's you can so slowly see it coming around, and there's a lot more rats on the ice now too. So.
There you go. We got another one back here.
My question is, you played in Montreal, which is a hockey town, and the fans in Montreal are brutal, from what I still remember. What do you find in the difference in playing in a hockey town vis-a-vis Florida, which is not a hockey town, but has become a hockey town? But it has become a hockey town.
Well, from what I see, it's I didn't really know what to expect when I came here, but I'm really impressed with the fan base that we have. Just tonight, I really, just by having all you guys showing up, I think, we're becoming a hockey town, and when you want to compare it, there's not much of a difference. I think when you go at games or you meet people around, they pretty much support your team, and it's obviously Montreal is pretty much the only sport there that people watch is hockey, so it's
there you go.
It's all over the news and everything. So the biggest difference, I would say, maybe it's the exposure on TV, or maybe less media. But as for the game, when you're out there, it's we got a really good crowd, and it's the same thing.
Awesome. Who else has questions for these guys back here? Very nice. How about a round of applause for that answer there? Who else? Who do you got? Okay.
Can you speak to the influence that Dale Talon had in making the pitch for you guys to come here, and can you also speak to the influence of Deneen as a coach?
Well, for me, when I was a free agent, Florida was on top of my list for different reasons, but one of them was I knew that Dale's the kind of guy that he's going to make it happen right now, and obviously I'm 35, so I can't wait a couple more years to have a good team, and it's obviously it's a great place to play, to sit at the weather, everything, but it was really when you have a guy like Dale, I've seen what he did in Chicago. I knew he was going to make a lot of moves, so for me, I wanted to be part of it and part of the solution. And what he done on July 1st was really phenomenal. And when I saw all the trades and the new signings we made, I was really excited to come here. And that's what Dale does. He wants to win now, and it was the same mindset that I had, so it was perfect.
Okay, we got another one back here.
Hi, this is for Jose.
Jose from Montreal, Mexico. Go ahead.
Who is the best shooter that you have ever faced in a shootout?
In the shootout?
Yes.
I don't know. Can we count his teammates when they practice the shootout too? How about one from the opposing teams and one of your teammates that
Mike Weaver?
No. No, he's good as blocking shot in front of me, helping me, but shootouts, I don't know. No, I think one of the best, it's Zach Parise in Jersey. He has, he's really tough to read. He has a couple of good moves, and he's tough to stop. So I think he would be right up there.
Why do you allow the guys to stand in front of the crease?
Whoa.
Well,
you can go over there and rough them up.
No, I'm fine. I'm totally fine with the question. I think for me, guys, you can't cross-check, you can't hook very much anymore. So when they're 215 pounds or something, you're not moving them a whole lot. The best, and I've been taught the last, I've learned a lot how defensively, and the best part about it is, and Jose will attest to this, is that as long as we're tying up their stick and getting off to the side of them, he's going to make the initial stop 99% of the time. He's going to make the initial stop. It's the rebounds that go to the side that the guys just put it in and they tap it in the empty net is what he doesn't want and we don't want. So kind of what I've been taught is to kind of stay off to the side with Jose a little bit, make sure I'm still getting the guy's stick in front of the net, allowing him to have that. He can't tip it. Jose's going to be able to see it, get around him and see it, but as long as we're not giving empty nets up, that's our job, is to make sure we're covering his backside.
Yeah, and also as a goalie, I always tell these guys, if you have a guy that's 200 pounds in front of me, plus one of my defensemen that's 200 pounds, there's no way I can see the shot. So I always say, get out of the way, stay on the side. So at least I got to look through one guy to see the shooter. I don't have to look through our defenseman plus them. So I'd rather have only their guy in front of me so I can look around, and then they take care of the rebounds, and they've been doing a great job at taking care of the rebound. So it's actually much easier for me if they leave that guy in front of me.
If we can push him out of the way early before we know the shot's going to come, then and block him, kind of like whatever in basketball, blocking the guy out, then we'll do that. But if he's already planted there and you know the shot's coming, you just it's just as Jose said, it's another body that he can't find the puck.
Wow, excellent question, excellent insight into the game. What do you think, folks?
Well, I've played a lot of the G52 bomber, so my shot isn't going to put a dent compared to his. So, you know what? I've always been a shooter, I've always been a passer. I do need to shoot the puck more in some instances, and it's one of those things. My dad tells me this, coaches tell me this, and it's sometimes, like even going out to a power play, I'm like, talking in my head, shoot the puck. I know I sometimes need to do that. Obviously, I'm looking for the pass a lot more, and sometimes that's a fault of mine, and I've tried to have been working on it and trying to get more shots, but obviously if there's a pass there, I'm going to move it because I feel I can create those openings and find guys that are in better positions to shoot or that have a better chance. So believe me, it's something that I'm sure every athlete deals with, of different scenarios. Not for me it's shooting the puck, but it's something that sometimes I go into a game saying I want 4 shots tonight and be selfish. So it's just part of hockey. Just trying to get better that way.
You're doing fine.
Yeah.
Just keep doing what you're doing.
We got time for like one more question here, I think.
To Jose Theodore, how would he compare himself to other goalies?
Well, To be honest, I don't really like to compare myself because each goalie is different. I just know the way I can play, and I know what level I can play at, and from there I'm always comparing to myself, and I know if I'm playing the way I should, and when I'm not, I'm just working on it in practices. So really, I think it's too hard to compare. We don't have the same team and the same players in front of us, so I really don't look at what other goalies do. Obviously, there's a lot of good ones, but I just really want to play the way I can, and I know when I'm on my game, I could play well, and I know when I have to work on little details. So I really compete against myself.
One more question, and then we'll get into going to the autographs. Yes.
Yes, we're on the threshold of winning our first game in our new bar, 1998. Last time we went to the playoffs, Whiteburn was in net, and we were playing New Jersey, and we lost both games. So I'm looking forward to seeing our first playoff win in our arena there, and you guys do a great job.
Our relationship with St. Albans, very great. CJ, I see you here. What's your daughter's name again? Nicole. I see a couple young people that have gone through this. CJ, I know you've been very outspoken with our community, with our team, and our relationship. We're glad to have you on board. Nicole, thank you for that story. Greatly appreciated. We wish you both the best. You're moving forward, and glad you're out here to be part with us, our organization, and glad that we can help in any way. Those are amazing stories. So, Mike, thanks for taking your time out of your day to be a part of the game.